Welcome back, our Big to Coat family, and welcome to London, the Ascot races. We are going to be cheering on the King and Queen, meeting Prince Charming, and all of the things. You guys, I'm going to go. I'm so excited. I'm going to London. I'm going to take the train to Paris, and I am going to go to the Ritz. Hopefully I can afford to have tea there. I think I am. I've been saving all of my pennies. Oh my goodness. So I had to share with you guys all of the details of my Royal Ascot horse race outfit. This is the fascinator. It is the hat that I am going to wear. Now on my social media pages, I actually asked you guys if I should add some flowers to my hat. Here are the florals I actually picked up from Hobby Lobby. Aren't they gorgeous? I thought they would just be so beautiful, flowing out of my hat, being so fabulous. But for the first time, I've decided that less might be a little bit more for this one. I do feel like this hat is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of you guys commented and said that it looks so classy not to add the flowers. And I actually think for the first time, I think I'm gonna agree with you guys. And I'm probably just gonna take these back to Hobby Lobby. So let me share with you guys all the details. So let me share with you guys all the details of my dress. I'm gonna pan the camera down so you guys can see. So this dress is actually from Cupshe. It is a beautiful little white dress. It has the fun little pretty detail at the base. Grab your teacups, it's gonna be time for high tea. Now here is all of the details on my dress. It's actually from Cupshe. I think it's around $40, maybe $50 at the most. Super inexpensive, but this little lace detail, you guys, is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I have it paired with my thrifted heels. They're Melania Trump. I have had them for about 4 or 5 years. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wear them for the entire thing, so I've got to try some other shoe options. I do have kind of sensitive feet with the neuropathy, but you guys, what do you think about my little Royal Ascot hat? Now I'm just playing around. My hair and my makeup will definitely be a little bit better than this when I go, but what do you guys think? I ordered this hat off of Amazon. It was about $40 as well, so I think I'm stepping out in style, high tea. We're ready for all of the things. And this is dress code appropriate. I read all the dress codes because you guys were always telling me about all of that. So the details of this trip are, I am going to leave on a Monday. Biggie Bear is going to be going off to camp and I'm going to miss him. My heart's going to be a little bit broken. We are going to have a flight from where I'm at to Dallas and then off to London. It's going to be about a 6 or 7 hour flight. It's a very long flight. I do have a cute little pink passport. So look at my passport, you guys. It is pink. I had ordered this several years ago. After I went to London, I wanted to go back to Paris so bad. So I ordered this pink little passport thinking I was gonna be bebopping all over Europe. It didn't really happen. I went through a divorce, but now I get to bebop into Europe. And I'm going to choose this fun little pink purse. I asked on my socials which one I should choose, and so you guys chose this little pink purse. I think it looks adorable. I think you're right. I'm just getting that nice little pop of color. I also thought about gloves. What do you guys think? Should I have some little fun short gloves with like maybe a little bow, or should I keep my hands free? What do you think is the most appropriate and cutest thing for this outfit? So I'm so excited. So I am going to be going to visit my sister in London. She has a little girl. She is a first-time new mommy, and her husband, they live there part-time and they also live in the United States part-time. And I'm going to be taking my daughter. I think it's going to be one kind of our last big trips together before she really gets settled in to being off with her friends in college and just all of those fun things. So I'm super excited to share that with her as well. Gosh, I don't know. There's just so many fun things. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have been to Paris or London and what you think about it. Where are some things or places that I should go visit? What do you think about my outfit? Did I do it? I know some of you all may have been a little concerned because I do like to be a little bit bold sometimes with some of my outfits or extra romantic, but I just thought I wanted to be extra classy because what if I meet Prince Charming? What if I meet the Queen? Or what if I just have the most amazing time with my family? So anyway, I just wanted to share this outfit with you guys and my excitement. I'm gonna have some other fun little videos. We're gonna pack this week. So I'm gonna share with you guys some of the things that I'm packing. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our Bible study. I was gonna do a DIY with the flowers for my hat, but I'm thinking better of it, so we're just gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna work on tidying up my home. I'm gonna take the flowers back to Hobby Lobby, and I'm just gonna be content with what I have going on. So I do have a lot going on with work this week, and so all of those fun things. But let's go ahead and jump into our Bible study. Okay, sweet friends, I know this was kind of a short but sweet video, and I didn't have the DIY in it. I just wanted to share with you guys my excitement for going on my trip, and I have a lot of things to get done this week to get ready for that. But I did want to share a new Bible study with you guys. If you're working through this with me, we are on page 103. It's Trust. And this is the Bible study that we're going through, the Bible in a year, a 52-week journey through God's Word. So, trust in God is a practical response to His proven character and faithful promises. It grows through experiencing His faithfulness and leads to peace even in life's storms. The foundation of biblical trust is captured in the command, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And that's Proverbs 3:5-6. This trust isn't blind faith, but confident reliance on God's character and wisdom, even when our own understanding falls short. The prophet Isaiah reveals the secret to perfect peace, keeping our minds steadfast on God, and that's Isaiah 26:3-4. Trust becomes the pathway to tranquility, not because our circumstances change, but because our focus shifts from our problems to God's presence and power. The instructions to trust in the Lord and do good, Psalm 37:3-5, connects faith with action. Biblical trust isn't passive waiting, but active obedience, continuing to do what we know is right while waiting for God to work. We demonstrate our trust through our choices and actions. The promised blessing for those who trust in the Lord, Jeremiah 17:7-8, uses the image of a tree planted by water, suggesting that trust enables us to thrive even in difficult seasons. Our roots grow deep into God's faithfulness, sustaining us through every circumstance. This week, let's practice trust by identifying areas where we're relying on our own understanding and deliberately choosing to lean into God's wisdom instead. And our blessing for this week is, may you trust in God to grow deeper this week as you release your concerns into His capable hands and rest in His perfect care. So I hope that this blesses you all. I'm so excited to be able to go to London and share with you guys this fun adventure. I'm going to just be probably taking some fun little clips because I want to soak it all in, but I want to take you guys along with me as well. So just say a little prayer for me as I trust in the Lord that I'm going to get there safely with my daughter. We're going to have a wonderful time and everything's just going to be amazing. So I love you guys so much. I'm going to hug all of your hearts so tight. I hope you have a blessed and fabulous evening. Let me know what you think about my fun little fascinator and my pretty little dress, which goes to show you do not have to break the bank to be fabulous and amazing. 40-something bucks on Cupshe. Use my coupon code Olivia15 or Olivia20, and then my fun fascinator hat for about $40, I think it was $38 on Amazon. And this little fun purse was from a little boutique called Francesca's, and I got it on sale, so it was like $16. So anyway, off we go with our little budget-friendly outfit to meet Prince Charming or the King and Queen and all the fun things. I love you guys to the moon and back. I'm gonna hug all of your hearts so tight until our next video. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, believe in all of your dreams, and we'll talk to you guys very soon.